gorgeous beings of light. Welcome back to another reading. Welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, I'm Daughter of the Divine. Nice to meet you. For those that do know me and are returning to my channel, thank you for always coming back, supporting me, allowing me to do readings for you guys, honestly. So today's reading is going to be one that I've had in the notes for a long time, and it was the last time they saw you. What were they feeling, thinking last time they saw you, the last time you interact, the next text conversation we had. We're not going to put parameters on this kind of reading because I know there's a lot of people who mostly communicate over the phone, online kind of thing. So the last time you guys, and I want you guys to get messages as well. So we're not going to say the last time they saw you. If you want it to be that, then, of course, keep that in mind when you're choosing a pile, tap into the energies kind of thing. But this is open to people who text their person the last time you texted them, the last time you interacted with them, period. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're going to be getting into today's reading. We're going to be going over, where's my book? I gotta write these things down, I'll be forgetting. We're going to be going over what was going through their head, what was going through their mind, how do they feel, and then how do they feel about how you guys left things. So if you left things in a good place, how do they feel? If you left them in a bad place, we're just going to get into the vibe of that, okay? So for group one, we have the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, group one. For group two, we have, where are these text boxes disappearing to? The Magical Spell Cards deck. And then for group three, thankfully they have it on the deck, the Cosmic Insights deck. So you're going to choose the deck, and I will be using all of these decks in the reading, but I didn't feel like having to choose specific or shuffle any kind of thing. Just choose a deck, child. Choose a deck. Thank you. So yeah, group one, group two, group three, you're going to choose which one is calling out to you the most. And of course, I will be seeing you guys at your reading. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. If you chose the Wild Unknown Archetype deck, then you're in the right place. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to be going over how does your person feel the last time you guys interacted, texted, any kind of thing like that, saw each other in person. We're getting into that vibe today. So in this reading, we're going to be going over what was going through their mind, their head, how did they feel, and how do they feel about how you guys left things, okay? So whether you left it on a good note or a bad note, we're going to be getting into how did you guys leave things. So since this is the deck you guys chose, we're going to start off with this deck, and we're going to get an energy pull for how you were feeling. So you and them, okay? But most we're going to start off with them. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Underworld, okay? So this could have been not so good interaction, or a very cloudy interaction. This person could have felt like they were in the underworld, or you did. I'm hearing you guys felt like nothing was being resolved, And if this table don't stop moving, you guys could have felt like nothing was being resolved. Because, of course, when you're in the underworld, everything that can go wrong is going wrong. You're going through intense trials, tribulations, transformations kind of thing. Very big Scorpio energy. Then we have the Pilgrim. So this person's definitely on a journey. What card came up behind the Pilgrim? And we have Kairos. I'm not sure what Kairos is, but it's giving some kind of enlightenment. Okay, too many cards are flying out. We have the Mystic. Interesting. It could have also been like a very magical out of this world exchange. It could have been in a dream, because the Mystic and the Underworld is kind of giving me unexpected circumstances. So maybe you weren't expecting to interact with them, or they weren't expecting to interact with you, and it kind of just came out of the blue, okay? The car was also giving me a light in the dark, I just heard, because there was something on the car that was like shining bright. So maybe this person was in the underworld, or is currently going through a deep, intense transformation. They're in a dark place right now, and you came through like a light, okay? It's also what I'm hearing. So can I get a card for group one's person? How are they feeling? No. These cards are very talkative today. How was their person feeling, please? Group one's person, the last time they interacted, the last time they saw each other, the last time they spoke. Okay, so two cards want to keep coming out. We have the Pilgrim. Oh! Y'all see? I can't make this stuff up. What card fell? Because only one card fell. And then we have the Vessel, but we're going to put this one back. So how your person was feeling, like a pilgrim, like I said, they could have been on a journey through the underworld when you guys had an interaction, which is why they didn't expect it. The fact that Kairos came out again, like this is what I was talking about, like the light shining. It's kind of like this person was going through like an eye-opening or eye-awakening experience, and a mind-opening, and eye-awakening is not a thing. But there could be something about their third eye awakening, okay? So I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Eye awakening is not a thing, but there was something that was opening their eyes. This person could have beautiful blue eyes, since we have blue eyes coming through here, and they could also have black eyes, since black eyes is coming through in this card if you can see it properly. So that was your person. Can we get some cards for how my group 1 was feeling, please? Almost called you group 2. I apologize. How is my group 1 feeling during this interaction? I'm sorry if this thing is moving. Anytime I use this table, it's rickety, but if it ain't broke, why do I need to get a new one? It's how I think of things. Here we have the Destroyer. Ooh, you was up in here destroying things. And we have the Flame. Wow. So in this last interaction, you didn't really come to play. I'm giving that you were the applying pressure on this person, you know? And I'm hearing pressure by Ari Lennox. Love upon it. Pressure. So you were applying the pressure. Either you was looking good, you were talking good, this person hadn't seen you in a long time, you came through some breath of fresh air, or like I said, you were putting pressure on the connection, like what's going on, why isn't it working, blah, 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 that kind of thing, you know? Love upon it. Pressure. Then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Maiden, which is like a very young, youthful, beautiful, kind of tempting energy. The way it looks like she's holding something, but I can't see what she's holding. Like, it looks like she's holding her boob or her breast, like she's hiding it, kind of vibe from this person. So maybe this interaction could have been a sexual interaction you have with this person, and then at the end you started like applying pressure on them, like, oh, where are we going now, like what are we doing now, kind of thing. Now what I definitely want to do is read the book about what Kairos is, because I'm very curious. The Pilgrim is like very much, you know, straight to the point, straightforward. But Kairos, I'm not sure. So Kairos is initiation. Yeah, they were going through some kind of initiation. So 219. So the energy was right, but I'm not really getting what the... Kairos, mythic time and synchronicity. Ooh. Mystic didn't want to come through, which is why I was saying it could have been like a dream or something. You last interacted with this person, or you had a dream about them and wanted to reach out, or they had a dream about you and wanted to reach out. And then with that synchronicity, I do want to say that this person could have been thinking about you right when you texted them. Which, like, oh my gosh, I kind of manifested her, or I manifested him, manifested them, kind of thing. Or like I said, that night before, you had a very intense, realistic dream about them, and they were having that same dream, and then you kind of text them saying, I had a dream about you last night, like, oh my gosh, so did I, kind of thing, you know. So it was like kind of scary. And the underworld represent, you know, things that go bump in the night, things that are like, you know, out of the ordinary kind of thing, things that you're not expecting, which is bringing me back to that whole, this person wasn't expecting to hear from you, or you guys weren't expecting to hear from each other or talk to each other ever again, maybe. But when light, we have enlightenment, ease, and decisions and actions. Okay, when dark, fighting against time. Interesting. So we have all had that experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt, and time beyond the ticking of the clock, that sounds like dream to me. It's not happening in our reality. It's happening wherever dreams happen when we go to sleep, you know? It's like a very spiritual experience, I would say. So this person can feel like being with you or interacting with you is like a very spiritual, eye-opening, like I was saying at the beginning, experience for them. So it may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time. So lost on a walk or in a lovely conversation. Things were happening in slow-mo. Things were happening almost in a way where they didn't expect it to be that good. It felt like they were floating on air, you know? I think that's a song, but it's not fully coming through. Okay. And it's a territory of Kairos. Is that the dream? No. This card suggests that there's a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness. Okay? I love that word. I always hear it spoken in like maybe like Chinese dramas where they kind of like go to I feel like when two people want to get married in any Chinese drama I watched, they have to go to somebody and ask them the most auspicious time, lucky filled time, abundant time for them to get married, you know? So something about this could have been a lucky encounter. You weren't expecting to meet them. That's synchronicity playing a part, where it seemed like time was suspended for a moment and you guys were both the only people on earth, is what I'm also hearing as well. So that could have been a good thing or a bad thing depending on what happened, which we're gonna get into. But a single woman ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. Okay, when this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So this person could have been waiting for them to know what to do. If you were applying pressure, which it seemed, I feel like you really were. Like, you came in with this intense energy of, I'm going to get things done and I don't care. You know, you can either make it a good thing or we can make it a fight. We can make it an argument, or you could just give me what I want kind of thing, is how your energy is coming through here with the Destroyer and the Flame. You didn't come to play. And it may have made them very nervous, where it's like they just want to suspend this time. They never wanted it to be over, because whenever they're with you, that's how it feels, like time has been suspended, okay? But then there's also part of them like wanting to know what the right decision is. Like, they don't know whatever you were asking them or whatever was going on during this encounter. They just wanted to know what was the right thing to do. They probably didn't want to hurt themselves or hurt you, depending on the relationship you guys have together, which we will get into for how they were feeling. But with the pilgrim coming through, they were going on a journey. This person could have literally been walking, because that's what pilgrims do. They travel. This person could have been traveling. You met them. It could have been on a bus, a plane, a train kind of vibe. You guys just met each other in a very synchronous kind of way. This person could have been fresh off the plane. You guys met each other at bag check. You guys both reached for the same bag and your hands connected and it was tingles, you know what I mean? It could have been a first meeting, or it could have been a very much I already know you kind of thing. But with you coming through as Destroyer and the Flame, for some of you, you could have been the Destroyer if you are very well established with this person already. And for some of you, it could have been like when your fingers touch, boom, there was that zing and the flame was ignited between the two of you. Like, I'm not trying to get into my whole fantastical book movie moment, but that's what this is definitely absolutely giving me with the Kairos coming through. So this person only had eyes for you, is what I'm hearing, with these intense eyes only looking at you. And it's like when your eyes connected or your fingers touched, it was like it was only you two at that moment in time, which ignited this flame. So you were feeling the flame. This person felt like you were in like in a very Destroyer, take no prisoners energy, because we have like a very intense wolf eye here. Let me see what the Destroyer is talking about, honestly. But I mean, that's a very straightforward card, but I feel like there's more to be said. The flame's like giving me eternal life. It's giving me the black flame from the movie Hocus Pocus. So maybe some of you could be virgins, because only virgins could light the black flame, or when they did, that's when the wishes would come back again, you know? So there could be like maybe a curse here or something like that. Maybe I should read both, child, but I don't want this reading to be too long, honestly, but I like to get all the tea, so we're gonna see what comes through. 107 is the Destroyer. The Savage, the unexpected, and the rejected. Yeah, there was something unexpected about how you came to them, how you, like I said, it was unexpected how you met. If it was your first time meeting this person, you just want to check in and see, oh, how are they feeling that first time you guys met. For others of you, this is someone you know, and you came in and they weren't expecting a call from you or a text from you or something along those lines. But we have the unexpected, and then we have the rejected. So you were feeling like a very, you were in like a fierce, boy, what can I call it? Y'all know that scene? I'm hearing Avenger. Y'all know that scene in, I think is it Eclipse? Where Rosalie is finally telling Bella her story of how she was, of course, violated, by the man she was supposed to marry and his associates, and how Carlisle saved her and turned her into a vampire. And then she made sure to go and find every single one of those guys when she turned into a vampire, and made sure she knew she was coming. So she enjoyed the hunt. She enjoyed the chase, which is why we have the freaking wolf here. Yes, you were on the chase. You were on the hunt. You were on the prowl for this person. And you came through as someone who was very fiery, someone who was determined to get what they want, which is why it could have scared this person a little bit, you know? or made it seem like they don't know what's going to happen. A very suspended in time moment where if you make the wrong move or say the wrong thing, you can completely destroy the relationship. You could have given them the ultimatum. Like, if you say the wrong thing, or if you say that, you know, it's over, I'm done. And they just wanted to know the right thing to say. But the destroyer, the final of the 3 archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to the permanence as a signifier of success. Yet the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger in comforts, as it knows not much happiness in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy. So yeah, more about eye contact was a thing here. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll, the ground opens up, and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride, the destroyer has arrived, okay? Yes, when light, swift, and precise blows that direct our life. When dark, self-destruction, negativity, unwillingness to rebuild. So you definitely came in giving maybe an ultimatum saying you can even make things right, or we could do this, we can do that. But if you don't make the right decision, or the decision that you, I guess, essentially wanted, it's over. So everything would have been, like I said, the ground opened up, destroyer, heads are going to roll kind of vibe, you know? So it's very much a finality to this last encounter, maybe, where it was like, you're not doing what I wanted, but this person was also on a journey. They didn't know the right decision to make. They do feel like whenever they're with you, it's kind of like you guys just spend it in time, but it was also something also very confusing for them. They didn't know the right decision to make. So, like, I feel like you were giving them an ultimatum. They didn't know what to decide or what to choose. Now, the flame, I do want to check that one as well. I don't want to take too long. I'm sorry, guys, or we're taking too long on just the energies you were in. But I feel like I'm getting messages about, you know, other things as well. So this person was feeling uncertain, and you were feeling like on your Rosalie when she's going to get her revenge. You know, you were on a war path, like, and you wanted to get what you wanted, or you're going to burn everything down with you kind of vibe, you know? Hurt people is what I'm hearing. So you were hurt, and you wanted to make them hurt as well. Where's the flame? The flame is 167, the tools. Okay, this is turning out to be quite juicy, I would say. I like the tea. So in Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. Oh, it's giving me Agni Kai from Avatar the Last Airbender, but that's what we're talking about. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it's lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is unsaid that those who cannot see the sacred around them, have their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame. No matter how harshly the winds around you blow, it could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. So now what I'm getting is definitely that this person could have been destroying you in a kind of way by not making a decision, by wanting things to stay the way they were, which is that whole staying trapped in time kind of energy. They wanted things to stay the way they were, and you wanted them to change. And because they didn't want it to change, or they didn't make a decision, it destroyed you, but it didn't blow out your flame, you know? For them, maybe that flame could be your inner flame, that twin flame energy you may have with them, or it could be it kept you how can I say it? Like, it didn't, like, don't count you out yet. You know, you're still burning. You're still going on your path. You're still a destroyer, you know. You destroy with your eyes is what I'm hearing. And it's kind of like, even though it may have ended in a specific way with this person, it didn't blow out your flame for life, your lust for life. And they said, if it does, just hold your hands around all that you hold dear, or the thing that seems to be the most vulnerable at the moment, which could have been your heart. So you could have been, you know, protecting your heart with this person by destroying the connection, kind of by breaking up with them or giving them an ultimatum. And you said if they didn't choose correctly, you would leave, which you probably did to protect your inner flame, you know? Okay, so it is likely that the past, the mystic or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame, and the mystic did come out earlier, if you remember. But yeah, when light, health, mental clarity, good digestion, interesting. This person could have had your stomach tied in knots, maybe you waiting for their response, what they had to say, their decision kind of thing. When dark, excess heat and anger, complete darkness. So it's going to be one or the other for you guys, you know. But I do feel like even though this connection may have ended okay, connection. I meant to say this interaction may have ended, you know, maybe hectically or not that good. You were still holding or carrying a flame for this person, okay? Others of you, you didn't allow this interaction to completely extinguish your flame, okay, for life and not even for just this relationship. So take it what it resonates. Take it how it resonates. Some of you left the connection still, you know, kicking, still pushing. Things were still okay for you, okay? Now I want to get into how they were feeling. I'm sitting here so disorganized. Trying to... So what was going through their head during this last interaction, please? What was going through their head during this last interaction? Death. Yeah, they knew things were coming to an end. We have the Knight of Wands, wanting to be impulsive, wanting to be that very indecisive, have their cake and eat it too energy. That was going through their head. How can I make the decision that allows me to have everything that I want? You know, maybe you and the decision that didn't make them choose you. And but in this destroyer energy, you were very much like, no, it's me or nothing, you know. You're gonna choose us or there is no us. And this person was trying to come up with a way to keep you, you know. Here we have Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this person may have not been choosing to settle down or, you know, make something real or stable or long-standing. And you were sick and tired and you were fed up. But in their head, they weren't ready to give that commitment. Which is why they're trying to find a way to be in their effort energy of, oh, we can still be friends with benefits. We can still do this. We can still do that. Because they obviously feel a certain kind of way with you, you know? I'm hearing they feel out of their element, out of their depths when they're talking to you. Because you're this destroyer. You destroy with your eyes, with your words. You're not someone to be messed with, traveled with, or played with. And you were telling them, hey, like, you can either have me or I'm going to leave and you're never going to see me again kind of vibe. Or, hey, you know, you came in and just blew down all the defense with a destroyer and you have this flame about you that made them call closer, the way you're like a moth to a flame kind of vibe. This person was a moth, you were the flame. And they may have wanted to know more, but they didn't decide to say anything or make the decision that allowed them to get to know you better. So they were very much in their ego, which is they were too, if this was your first time meeting, this is too, they were too scared or withdrawn to tell you, hey, can I get your numbers? Can I get to know you better kind of vibe? Or like I said, if you were telling them, hey, I want more, it's either that or nothing at all, ultimatum kind of energy. And they decided none. And in a kind of way, you're coming out as the destroyer because you literally destroyed their hopes and dreams and probably yours as well. But it didn't break your spirit, essentially, is what I'm saying. And I love how your cards are coming out over the wolf on the tapestry here. What was going through their mind? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, that they couldn't or did not want to give you the commitment or the time that you may have needed from them. Seven of Pentacles is, you know, watering the seeds, planting the seeds, taking care of the seeds. So the seeds are going to be the relationship, you know, watching or allowing things or having the tools to allow the flower to bloom. They have this beautiful flower that was handed to them, the seeds you were trying to give them, saying, here, this is the seeds of my love. Can you nurture it and grow it and build upon this? And they didn't have the nourished soil. They didn't have the proper soil, the nutrient-rich soil. They didn't have the sunshine. They didn't have the water. They couldn't take care of it they wanted to. And that kind of, I guess, played a part in their decision here with the Seven of Pentacles universe. Like, I'm not ready to settle down, or I don't have the time and energy to give to this connection, which is why they had to, like, kind of turn you down kind of thing. What else was going through their mind? That was fast. We have the High Priestess universe. That's what I was saying. This person really didn't know what to do. They were just confused. They were very much in the dark about their feelings or your feelings. We have the Ace of Wands and not willing or ready to give their all. So you're coming through as a flame upright. You're ready to take on the difficulties, you know, tackle the challenges, but they weren't ready for that, you know. Five of Cups, which did make them sad. It did make them sad. Don't get me wrong. The Moon in reverse. Interesting. Maybe secrets coming to light, or you finding some clarity, you know, you coming and telling them, do you want to be with me, blah, 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 and by them not answering, or by them answering and saying, I can't give you what you want right now, you have that clarity. You were no longer kept in the dark, and you were free, essentially, you know, from the mystery of this person. Because I feel like as women, because I'm pretty sure mostly women are watching, we love the broody Edwards of the world. But not every broody person is an Edward, where he is so devoted to you, so protective of you, so giving of his time and energy, even though in the beginning he came off as standoffish, you know? So maybe you thought, oh, his standoffishness was cute and he just wants me to pull closer, the way that's how it happened for Bella and Edward in the movies. But I kind of feel like with this person, the more you may have pushed, the more they may have fell away. So you were pulled in by their mysteriousness, the way this lady is basking under the moonlight. She's basking in that, oh, this person is like so mysterious and I don't know what he's thinking. We think it's cute until it's not, until the wool is pulled off of our eyes, and it's just like, ugh, you know, it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to go. You know, I'm no longer trying to invest in this connection, you know. This person was definitely also, like I said, hypnotized by you, but I do feel like this moon energy is you like basking in their broodiness, and you having to stop that, you know, or them feeling you pull away your light with the moon in reverse. The moon lights up the darkness. Without the moon, which could be you, okay, with the high priestess in reverse as well, you could be the high priestess in this connection. And they, while you were so sure of what you wanted, they were unsure what they wanted. But also, like I said, once the moon is out of your sky, it's complete darkness. So this person lost their moon, you, the goddess, okay? And then here we have Page of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. So all the Pentacle cards are coming out in reverse, which means this person wasn't able or willing to give you tangible results, time, energy, resources, attention, that kind of thing, to make this connection work. That was what was going on in their mind, okay? So now what I'm going to do is take these cards away. All the Pentacle cards are coming out in reverse. They weren't able to back up. They might have had a lot of talk. Oh, I want to be with you. There could have been emotions involved with the Five of Cups that did make them sad. What's going on through their head. Like there was an ending here. They knew something was, like, you know, with the Death card and the Five of Cups, they knew something was coming to an end. They were sad to see it go, but they still weren't able or willing to put in the physical energy to make it work, you know? So now, how were they feeling, please? During this last interaction, how are they feeling? I don't know why you gotta be moving, like, how were they feeling? We have the Star, maybe holding out hope that things weren't going to go as they did. That's what I was kind of saying with the whole, you were giving them an ultimatum and they were trying to find a way to make a decision or not make a decision and lose you forever. Here we have the Ace of Cups. They do, like, see, not their, okay, anyway. The Star, yeah, they were holding out hope they could make this work. Or they would be able to hold on to this connection. The way we have, like, a vulture here, bringing their pentacle and trying to lick or drink water out of the poor Ace of Cups. So you were giving them your emotions on a platter, and they were just trying to be the vulture and you know, cling on to it, because they knew that they were at a risk of losing it, you know? How is this person feeling during the last time they saw this person? Boy. Here we have the Strength card, maybe trying to appear stronger than they were. They were definitely tempted by what you were offering them, but they had to hold firm. So like I said, they probably know you deserve better than what they were able to give you, which is why they weren't going to offer you some half-ass relationship, half-ass effort. They would have to be strong, because snakes for me represent transformations, but this is not what it's giving me. It's giving me temptation here with the way the Garden of Eden and the way the serpent was tempting them to in the story. It's kind of like they were holding out hope that, you know, maybe one day this connection come around, that you could make it work with the circumstance that you guys are both in right now, you know, with the things you were given at that moment, or what they were working with at the moment. Like, oh, I can't talk all the time, but I can talk maybe once a week. Is that good for you? Or I can't date right now. I'm too stressed, blah, 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 blah. But I still want to see you. Can we be friends with benefits? It's just like, no, they were trying to cling to anything that you were willing to give them, because they do have emotions for you. And they do hope that maybe you would be like, okay, yeah, I'll deal with that, you know, essentially settle for scraps. But they knew you weren't going to be able to do that. For something inside of them knew, which is why we had the Strength card, them turning down your offer, you know, because they knew they wouldn't be able to give you what you wanted, no matter how tempting it was. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get these cards that fell on the floor. Like, I'm telling you, I can't with these cards. Move. Everything. Sabotage. Okay. Sorry. So the cards that fall on the floor, we have Page of Cups. Yeah, this person wanted to be able to offer you these emotions that they're holding for you. So the emotions, and then we have Five of Cups coming out again. We have Knight of Pentacles in reverse again. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse again. Not again, but in reverse. So how they were feeling, hopeful that maybe you could make this work because they didn't have feelings for you. Like I said, if this was like a very unexpected encounter, they were hoping that, oh my gosh, it's serendipitous, we were supposed to meet again, you know, maybe this time it'll work, you know, this time around we can make things work, or this time around they're gonna stay, or, you know, they're gonna be able to, what is it called, deal with or settle for what I'm trying to give them kind of vibe. But it was like, no. And they knew deep down that that wasn't gonna work, honestly, but it's just, you know, wishful thinking kind of thing. Five of Cups, sacks, they knew what was coming. A lot of emotions that was going on in their feelings, which, I mean, would make sense. We have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, not being able to offer, like, any substantial or physical value, but they had emotions. And, okay, are emotions enough? And love isn't enough. Sorry to say. Because we have Ten of Wands, this person wanted you to be their stress reliever kind of vibe, because you are the flame to them, which is life-giving, you know? You are the flame to them. Whenever they feel like very carefree, very alive, very happy, but they also knew they weren't able to invest the way you may have wanted them to invest. Like I said, time, energy, commitment, anything substantial that they could hold, you could hold on to, you know? A label. Like, oh, I can't be your boyfriend, but I can be your friends with benefit. I could be a friend that who, you know, we mess around sometimes. Like, no, I want a label. Or I want to spend this many times out of the week with you, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, you know, kind of vibe. They weren't able to give you that, but the emotions are there, but the sentiment behind the emotion was definitely not there in how they were feeling. They knew that when they were with you, they felt free, carefree, light, you know, warm with the flame energy here. But then there was also like a very no-nonsense air about you, where you weren't going to let them continue to maybe string you along the way they had been, you know. Anyway, what's coming next? So the next part that we're going over is, how did they feel about you? How did they feel about the way you ended things? How did their group, oh, look, we have, I thought they just, what's it called? They felt, what do you call it? Is it reserved, or they just gave up, you know? They knew they couldn't fight for anything because maybe they were depleted energetically. How do they feel with the way group one and them ended things, please? How do they feel with the way they left things? Three of Swords. And I called it, didn't I? I thought that's what I saw at the bottom of the deck. But it wasn't, but it was supposed to come out. We have Three of Swords. Yeah, they were heartbroken. Sad. Disappointed. They were upset as well. Like, I'm hearing like just one more sword in my cold dead heart, you know? So it's like, oh, they always leave kind of vibe, but it's like, don't you even try to, like I said, place this destroyer energy on my group ones. Like, they just came in on business and you didn't want to stand on business, so they had to go. You know, you were a wanderer, someone who wants to, like I said, have your cake and eat it too. You want to be someone who's with this person and that person, you know. You don't want to be tied down. You want to be free. And of course, they felt that freedom with you, but not enough to give you what you wanted. Here we have Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they were depleted energetically. They were very much in their head about it, still confused about what happened, but trying to let it go. A lot of Swords energy. How do they feel about how they left things? Like, yeah, reserved or removed, emotionally removed from it, or they wanted to be. Here we have Six of Swords, focusing on healing, which is what they could have been doing when you came in unexpectedly, or you guys saw each other unexpectedly. They could have been on the journey of healing, which is why they said, I know I'm not going to be able to give you what you want, so I have to kind of let you go, which broke their heart to do, but I feel like they were doing the right thing. For both of you, we have the Emperor in reverse. They weren't able to, you know, be the Emperor. They were very much in their wannabe Emperor energy, you know. They hadn't achieved that status yet, though. And here we have Nine of Wands, which is like not fully giving up, but also knowing like they kind of felt like in prison. They were in jail, you know. They were on timeouts, essentially what I'm hearing. They were sleeping on the couch, in the doghouse, whatever you want to call it, depending on the status of your relationship after this encounter happened. You guys could have ended things forever. They're in jail, trapped, frozen in time, not being able to do anything. Their thoughts, you know, playing games with them, their heart broken, you know, beating. I'm hearing like slowly, sluggishly kind of thing, you know. And then I'm hearing a telltale heart. I think that's an Edgar Allan Poe short story that they had us reading like high school or something. I don't really remember what it was like, but I do remember that it was about somebody who had unalived someone, and they were trying to hide the body in their house somewhere. I believe that's how the story went. And they could always hear it. Even after they passed away, they could hear the heart. And that was essentially their guilt, you know? Their guilt of knowing that they unalived someone and that person was buried somewhere in their house, and they were just, you know, living life regularly, but that heartbeat would never leave their mind. So paranoia, hearing things, you know, hallucinations kind of thing after you left. This person, like, are they really never going to come back? Like, I killed this relationship, I wasn't able to give what I wanted. Haunting them, essentially, what they did, what they said, how things happened. It was haunting them afterwards. But they also have to keep pushing, you know? That's funny, and I really hope that's how the story went, or that's just how I remember it, honestly. Maybe you want to read the story of Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe, but I do believe it was somebody who, like I said, unalived someone, and that person, what they did was haunting them. They weren't able to escape their, you know, their crimes, you know, and then in the same way, their heart was beating slowly, sluggishly. What they thought, what they did, the decision they made that day was haunting them. The Nine of Wands, like trying to keep going, because they were definitely on a healing journey, and they can't let this one thing be a setback, because they still have hope that maybe this connection could, you know, come back around. I feel like with this person here, we have Page of Pentacles, yeah, but they know they can't offer you anything of worth right now, you know, because they're still healing. They're still definitely healing. And with this whole suspended in time, this person could be suspended in a certain age, is what I just heard as well. This person could be immature, not wanting to grow up, not wanting to deal with what's going on. I do feel like for some of you or most of you, this person is healing, so don't take that if that doesn't resonate, but it's definitely a vibe of they're suspended in time, you know, and a healing journey kind of vibe, or there's something that may have happened. The way they say guys don't mature past the age of like 13 or whatever, so they're just a bunch of big 13-year-olds walking around, which is why they're always so immature, you know. But it's also giving me like something happened maybe in their childhood or something, and they were suspended in time about that. But I do feel like when they're with you, like time stops, you know, and everything around me is frozen, and nothing matters but these few moments when you open my mind to things I've never seen. Because when I'm kissing you, my senses come alive. And I did say something about eyes opening in the beginning of the reading, but with the how they feel afterwards, they had to keep pushing, they had to keep going. They couldn't let this one thing set them back, you know. But yeah, they're still thinking about how they fumbled the bag, essentially, is what I'm getting with these cards. They're still thinking about how they fumbled the bag. It still haunts them. I don't know why I pulled so many card decks out. I didn't really need all of that. Okay. So I answered all the questions you wanted to ask, but is there anything else that we need to know, please, about this connection? And the last time they saw each other, we have authenticity. You guys were both being your authentic self. This person was being as authentic as they could be. They were definitely being authentic and telling you what they were telling you. Like I said, the moon in reverse. They were not lying. If they said they were busy, they were busy. If they said they were broke, they were broke. If they said they were healing, they were healing. There's no need for you to think they were lying. Here we have true love come to me. So this person does consider you a true love, or you consider them a true love. You or them could be 26. We have divine guidance, whispers from beings who shine. Let their messages be clear and kind. This person could have tried to be as clear cut and kind to you as they could have been in this situation. But divine guidance is definitely giving me this is being divinely guided here, which is why we have like the Kairos. At least on this person's side, they're being divinely guided. More so on your side, you're representing the trio of, what do they call it? The trio of something. So I think it's the creator, the destroyer, and somebody else. And in this situation here, you were acting as a destroyer, maybe, you know. But the last card we have here is sensuality. Okay, there could have been some sensuality in this connection as well, you know. Maybe you were trying to get them going by using that whole, what is it called? You know, get them in that state of, you know, wanting you with that flame coming through here. You came through as a temptation to this person, and they were just like, how can I say no? How can I let this person down? Kind of thing, you know. You're their true love. They're very much attracted to you. You're a temptation, honestly, and they wanted to just, you know, what is it called, maybe dive into what you were offering them. They couldn't or didn't want to do that to you. Okay, hold up. I have some cards here. What else can you tell? Why are the music? I feel high around you. I was going to pull those later, but I guess that got caught into here. We have stay present. We have the truth that's coming through again. We have stop. We have lifestyle, attitude of gratitude, and get creative. Interesting. So stay present. This person could have been trying to stay present in the moment, or you guys were both trying to stay present in the moment during this time because you didn't want to stop. We have the truth, which is definitely that authenticity coming through. This person was telling you the truth. They weren't lying to you. We have stop. This may have come to a stop, or a what is it called? Forced stop, or a stop where you weren't expecting it. Anyway, it's not coming through, so I'm gonna leave it where it's at. We have get creative. You were trying to get creative with this whole sensuality thing. You were trying to get creative in ways to seduce them, or, you know, what is it called? Hook them in, you know, get what you wanted, essentially. We have attitude of gratitude. This person could be grateful for you when you're grateful for them. And then we have lifestyle. There could be something about this person's lifestyle. Like I said, that Knight of Swands, not wanting to give up a certain aspect of their lifestyle. And you could have been saying, if you want to be with me, you have to do this, this, and that. They're like, well, I'm not willing to give up the lifestyle that I have, so I don't know what you want from me, you know? That they're grateful for you, but they're not willing to give up what makes them comfortable, their lifestyle, which could be sleeping around, could be not being serious about a connection, you know? It could be a whole bunch of different things. Now, anything else we need to know about this connection, please? I pulled too many cards, or I just got too trapped in these four up there. This person could have also been trying to prolong the inevitable with this stay present. They're trying to be like, I know eventually I'm going to have to say bye to them, but I want to prolong that as long as I can. Here we have gambling, problems with addiction, or gambling, bad finance. So this person definitely did tell you something about that. Money problems, work problems, gambling, addiction problems. They were not lying. They were not telling you the whole it's me, not you spiel to get, you know, you should get one over on you. No, they were actually dealing with something. And they could have just had bad finances, you know. They're having problems with the monies, which is why all the pentacles are coming out in reverse. They can't give you what they want because they're having money problems, you know. But here we have stop. They could have been trying to stop that, or you could have been trying to come in as a destroyer and stop that for them, you know. What else can you tell me about this connection, please? And look, we have I feel high around you, sneaking in with these cards. High is a term that could be an addiction. Always wanting to get high to not deal with life, which is why I was saying there's something about them being suspended in time. They don't want to deal with reality, so they could be using substances, alcohol, whatever, to not have to be in the present. They have a problem staying present, but when they're with you, they don't, because they want to be present, because you're like a high for them, essentially. So this person could be somewhat addicted to you because of that flame, a moth to a flame. But you don't want to be their addiction. You want to be like an equal partner, but they can't give that to you. We have moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. Interesting. Maybe some of you moved out. Here we have, yes, luck is on your side. And we have spy. Someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. So you could be watching this person from afar. They're watching you from afar. But yes, luck is on your side. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this person may get it together or something, you know what I mean? Or this was your lucky break, which is that auspiciousness. This was a way for you to get away from this person because they're not going anywhere good, you know? And they could potentially drag you down with them. So we're going to get some channel messages from this person. What would they want to say? And that would be the end of your reading. Come on, stop playing. My group ones, please. What would their person want to say? I feel high around you. We got that. I have a lot of personal issues, I would say. I have a lot of personal issues that, like I said, they can't give you the time and the energy that they would like to give. What else can you tell us about this person? Why are the cards sticking together like that? Stop playing. And these particular cards be sticking me. Like, abuse. We have, you are the one I want to end up with. That can be what that luck is, because we have divine guidance. This relationship is being divinely guided. But spirit is like, nah, this person needs some healing, child. They need to move on with their life. You need to move on with your life. They need to get their stuff together. And then maybe you guys can come back together with that star card, because they're hoping and they're telling you that you are the one that I want to end up with. But you can't just be waiting around for them. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but you can't just be waiting around for them. This is why spirit is like, you know, that needed to happen. You know? So for you guys to like to stop this madness. Here we have, I am beginning to understand more about you, whatever that means. You heal me, and I know it. Okay. We have, I am inspired by you. I compare myself to you. Oh my. Someone told me something about you. Where did that come through? That spy. You are doing your research. Somebody out here gossiping. I don't like that. We have, I feel you deserve better than me. I try to make you jealous. Oh my gosh. What's going on? And I think you are going to break my heart. I feel like you already did, child. But that wasn't on you. That was on them for pushing you away. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. I don't like odd numbers like that. I said one more. You don't understand what one more means? I am jealous over you, which would make sense, which is why they try to make you jealous. Okay, I hope it's really resonated, y'all. I hope it brought some clarity to the situation, what they were feeling. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I hope it resonated. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me. It's my email in the description box below. I also have memberships also available on my, not Instagram, Jesus. On my YouTube now, where I mostly put more very explicit 18+ readings if anybody's interested. And I also, if you do not want to join a membership, you could also purchase them one time for the one time. So you're not, you know, it's not a recurring bill. It's just a one-time purchase. All that would be linked in the description box, you know, if you want to watch the 18+ readings, if you want to join my Patreon or my membership channel, you know what I mean? You could also find my TikTok there, my Instagram, all that good stuff. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. Good luck with this person, this relationship, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. If you chose this deck, then you are on the right reading. Today, we're going to be getting into what were they thinking the last time they saw you. We're going to go through what was going on in their head. How are they feeling, and how do they feel about how you guys left things, okay? So because you chose this deck, we're going to get into this one. Right now, I'm going to use this to get like a little bit of like maybe an energy check in what was going on, but I will be pulling more cards because we have a lot to get into. So we're going to jump right into it. Let me pull this back. Okay. Let's get into it. Excuse me, sabotage. And of course the card is falling. We have psychic protection falling on the floor. And you know what I'm going to do is push it over there so I can get it over here. And then look, we have new beginnings. What's under this? And romance. So this could have been a first meeting. Or I'm hearing it could be like a new connection. Excuse me. A first meeting or a new connection. Sorry, just move it a little bit closer. I know it's wobbling. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Last time they saw my group twos, please, what was the person thinking and feeling? We have beauty, that you was looking beautiful. I heard scrumdiddlyumptious, okay? We have confidence, that you were looking confident or they were feeling very confident. Last time they saw their person, please. What was going through their person's mind? We have justice, but it's like in reverse. Maybe they felt it was unjust how beautiful you were looking. I'm hearing how your skin glowed in the moonlight, child. What I forgot to say about this reading, it doesn't have to be. What I forgot to say about this reading is it doesn't have to be Jesus. Maybe this person was tongue-tied. Maybe you have him tongue-tied with your beauty and how your skin was glowing in the moonlight. But what I want to say is it doesn't have to be in-person meeting. It could be over FaceTime. It could be over text. It could be online. It could be, you know, any kind of meeting. It could be in person, but I don't want to put any parameters or barriers on who can watch this video. So it's for everyone, you know, just take what resonates for you. If you saw this person in person, they thought you were beautiful and it was just unfair how beautiful you look all the time, you know, and how confident you always look, you know. Maybe you made them nervous because it took me a minute just to say what I want to say, which is crazy. You made this person all tongue-tied, and if you want to know why you made them tongue-tied, I have an 18+ reading about that on my membership tab, if anybody's interested in that. If no one wants to join the membership, then you can also buy it one time, like a one-time purchase thing on my GUMROAD. So just that, all that would be in the description box if you're interested. But yeah, sensuality is a thing coming through as well. So like I said, if you want to know more about why, get into that. But sensuality, I'm hearing you have very fair features, so you could like have like very delicate glowing skin, like maybe sensitive skin. Maybe your skin blushes very easily, or it's like very like, you know, like if anything that you're allergic to touches your skin, like you're gonna break out in hives, kind of feel like a very sensitiveness to you, you know. Also something like very feminine about you as well. But I wanted to hear proportionate features, so you could have like a very even balanced features, you know. That's that one to come through. But yeah, this person was transfixed by your beauty last time they saw you, and your confidence. This person could have wanted to bow down at your altar. Just like, how can this person come off so confident? It's crazy to me, you know. At the bottom of the deck, we have study. So they were definitely studying you. You were kind of like maybe minding your business, but they were all up in your face looking at you, you know. If this is not an in-person meeting, which it most likely is for most of you, so if it's not, maybe just another group, yeah, I was doing some things, child. They were surprised about the words that were coming out of your mouth, is what I heard when I looked at this confidence card here. Sensuality, you were definitely getting them peaked and ready to go from wherever they were, whether you were seeing them in person or over the phone. So y'all was indulging in some foreplay, okay? I want to say foul play, but foreplay came out. So y'all were indulging in some foreplay. Maybe you were about on your way over to see them and you were telling them how you just lotioned today and you just shaved and you're smooth as a baby's bottom, child, and you just got your hair done, and they're just excited to see you, and they love when you get your hair done and your nails done, because they love the confidence you exude whenever you come and see them, kind of thing is what is coming through here. And yeah, they just think it's unfair how beautiful you are, how easily you just get them going, you rev their engine, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay. And study is definitely like this person always wants to see every part of you. Study was given, they were asking a lot of questions, being very inquisitive when it came to you, like asking, how did you do? How do you do? Not how did you do? How did you do? You could have been asking that question to this person if you guys had a, you know, intimate encounter. How did I do? You know? Or how do you think you did? Something like that is coming through for somebody. It's giving very much, you know, lusty energy is what I'm getting for you guys. What I do want to get is a card for you and a card for them, for the energy you guys were embodying during this meetup or whatever it was, this conversation. Can I get a card for their person, please? What was going on? What energy were they in? We have the Hunter. If y'all don't stop. Like, I knew I wasn't bugging with this energy. Yes, it's giving lusty. It's giving foreplay. This person couldn't wait to come and hunt you down. There was a lot of teasing, a lot of studying to be had. Like, you know, I'm hearing studying your reaction to certain things. This is not turning 18+. Y'all better get it together. So this person was definitely the hunter, okay? And you were the prey, because stop it. you guys both can't be hunters. That you were the prey in this instance. Because you could have been a hunter in another instance. But yeah, this person was definitely just like chasing after you. You know, you were a conquest. Yeah. How are my group twos feeling? We have the sword. I heard keep shuffling. Okay. My group twos, how are they feeling? Oh, bruh. And it stays. Why was I telling me to keep shuffling if y'all was gonna do that? Y'all rude. We have the Animal Monday, which is everything, everywhere, all at once. A very spiritual, omnipresent energy here. It's everything that will ever exist, that has ever existed. Animal Monday. We have the Judge. So maybe you were the person who was in control of this interaction. They were waiting for your approval. And then we have Study. So it's like definitely giving me sexy student teacher vibes, you know. It's like you were studying and they're the teacher that was looking at you like, oh my gosh, how are you so beautiful? Stop it. Are some of y'all messing with your teachers? Stop the tea. No, that really just came through here with the Judge. It's like you were the judge and they were the student, or they were the, what do you call it, victim, I would say, or the person waiting for their sentence, you know, because the judges do give the sentencing. Interesting. And then we have the Self. Yeah, there's something here about you just looking good, you feeling good, you just lighting up their entire world at this point, you know what I mean? And then here we have the Empty Room. Yeah, there was something about a room. Y'all was in a room together, child. So it's like you guys were talking, having a good time. They were studying each of your mannerisms, what makes you happy, you know, just learning about you, honestly. And you guys were alone with the Empty Room here. And then we have the Prayer. Yeah, this person was praying on every star that glad they had you, you know? And I love how we have the Judge and then we have Justice coming through here. Yeah, so there's something here about things being unfair, them being put on trial. So that Study, maybe you were like bombarding them with questions about you, or bombarding them with questions about them. Kind of about, they felt like they were on trial, you know? Like, how am I supposed to answer these questions when you're distracting me with your beauty, you know? You're an answered prayer to this person. So you're coming through with a lot of stuff. But the Sword is your energy. This is how they were feeling about you, is what I'm getting. You were the judge and they were waiting for your sentence. Like, oh, is she going to allow me to do what I want to do? Is she going to come over? You know, kind of thing. So I'm going to put these back. That is enough of that. I do want to get into this book about the Sword. The Sword is like a decision to me anyway, because the Sword is like the Ace of Swords in the tarot deck. It's like they're waiting for some clarity. They're waiting for truth. They're waiting for a decision to be made. And it's kind of like you were flip-floppy, wishy-washy. Like half of you was like, you're operating in the gray area of not being sure. Things were unclear. And then here we have the very bright, sunny, happy energy. So you could have been given the mixed signals, is what I'm hearing. Let's get into the energy of the Sword, though. The Sword is definitely giving me truth. It's giving me knowledge. It's giving me strength as well. And look at how we have like a lightning bolt here, which is just like your lightning struck. You struck this person down with words. You could have turned them down as well. That's something that's coming through. I think it would be a tool. Yeah, the Sword would be a tool. 189. You struck down their tool. You added there was some lightning bolts in their tool when they were around you. Oh my. We have the knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the Sword is to decide, okay? The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the Sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. So definitely what the cards were saying before, they're waiting for you to be the judge and make a decision. They're like like I said, they were waiting for the sentencing, which is funny. Yeah, so you had to make a decision last time you saw this person. And they were waiting for you to make the decision to decide their fate, is what I'm hearing. An onlooker may think the Sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the Sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourselves. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the Sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. Yeah, waiting for you to decide their fate, essentially. When light cutting through to what is essential. So like I said, that's also the whole thing about you like probing all these questions. Just like, how am I supposed to answer when you're distracting me, kind of thing, you know? Wow, y'all, this was a juicy encounter, huh? Stop. Okay. So a lot more straightforward than group ones. I'm glad, because theirs was, I don't even know how long. But now we're going to be getting into What was going on through their head? Like, would these be able to fit up there? I feel that they should be. More space on here for the cards. Okay, what was going through their person's head the last time they saw them, interacted with them, spoke to them? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they were waiting for you to accept an offer they gave. That there was something about it being blocked or it being in limbo is what I just heard. Here we have Ace of Cups. Yeah, so there was a love offer made and they're waiting for you to accept it. Five of Pentacles is that energy of waiting, feeling like they're on the outskirts of your decision. It's kind of like they weren't in your mind when you were deciding. They didn't know what you were going to do. They kind of felt like maybe left out in the dark or left out in the cold kind of thing. Essentially, with like, what is your decision going to be? Like, what is it called? Left out of the decision-making process. Because, like, once everything's in your hands, they don't know what you're going to do. So they feel kind of like, you know, on their own kind of thing. Alone, maybe. We have Ace of Cups. There is love here. Then we have Nine of Pentacles. And we have Eight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, they were waiting for something. There was something about them feeling unsettled, uncomfortable, waiting for you to make this decision. Like I said, out of their depth, out of their element is definitely what's coming through with the Five of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, there's still love to be had here. And I love how we have a, it's giving me an offering. So a bird is bringing an offering to be able to drink from this eternal or everlasting cup, which is yours. Or this person is giving you an offer and waiting for you to accept it so they can kiss you, drink from your lips. You know what I mean? This person needs to get their hair out the damn gutter trail is what they need to do, or what they needed to do. Their head was very much, I'm offering you something. Are you going to accept? And they're waiting with, you know, bated breath is what I'm hearing, because I had to take a deep breath there. So it's like there you have this eternal glowing cup of everlasting life, and they're coming to offer you the little pentacle, which is an Ace of Pentacles, an offering, investment, a down payment kind of vibe, saying, hey, I'm in it, I'm here kind of thing. Can I drink from your cup? Okay, boom. Nine of Pentacles, uncomfortable. I'm hearing physically uncomfortable because there's something about them like being very aroused during this interaction here, which of course is going to make them a little physically uncomfortable. The fact that it's here at all means they're usually comfortable around you, but there was something about, I'm hearing like there wasn't enough room in their pants, or there was a water show going on beneath the, you know, underneath their clothes if they were a female. Here we have Eight of Wands, which is a very passionate, fiery, wanting to just throw yourself completely into the moment and not hold back kind of vibe. And they were waiting for that go ahead. They were waiting for your permission for them to become that hunter. Okay, the tea. And look at how she is walking ahead of him and he's like groveling behind her. Like I said, you were looking beautiful, you know? But they weren't sure what you were going to decide. Okay. What was going through their head? We have the Fool in reverse. Yeah. Like on the precipice of something great is what I just heard. They were waiting for something. They were waiting to be able to leap and jump on you or kiss you or grab you or hold you kind of thing, because so far they've been holding back because you didn't give them the go ahead, you know? This is like someone asking, like, can I kiss you? Can we take this to the next level? And they're waiting for you to initiate that, you know? They feel like you were being stingy with your affection a little bit with the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Like, you know what I want. Are you going to give it to me or not? Are you going to be nice or not? You know, kind of thing. Oh, the tea. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. These are too many cards. So that's how they were. That's what was going on in their head. They're like, she knows what I want and only she has what I need. I need it from her or him. Boom. The Fool card. I'm waiting for her to give me the go ahead so I can jump her bones literally, or jump their bones literally. Eight of Wands. There's just all this pent up aggression and passion just there. You know what I mean? Bubbling under the surface, waiting. It's like a tension that's been growing, of a rope that's been fraying, and then as soon as it pops, they're gonna pounce with this hunter energy coming through. But it kind of feels like they felt like they were groveling behind you. Maybe this person is someone who hurt you in the past, which is why we would have the Justice in reverse. There was an injustice done, and you became the judge, the person who has to make the decision with the sword here. You were the person who was holding all the cards, essentially, because of what they did wrong. And they came back, or they were trying to hunt you now and, you know, maybe make up for what they did before, and you're, like, deciding, and they feel like, oh my gosh, you're taking too long to decide, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, if they did something wrong, I mean, you have every right to make them wait. Do that, yeah. Anything else that I'm getting from this? No, I think I'm good with this energy. For what was going through their mind. They did something and they were waiting for you to decide how things would move forward. And I kind of feel like you were doing it on purpose, and it was kind of like a pat on the wrist for them. Like, I hope next time you don't do this again if you never want to be in this position, you know? Kind of like disciplinary action. Why would you shuffle that way? That's rude. Now we're going to be moving on to the how did they feel. Bruh. Like, why the cards? I couldn't flip it like that. I wasn't doing all that. So yeah, there's something here about, you know, like a bridge or a cut off, a break. So it could have been a break in the connection. They came back trying to hunt you, and you're like, maybe take me out to dinner. Or they took you out to dinner. Now I want some ice cream. They went and gave you some ice cream. You know what? I'm hungry again. Or I don't want to go home. Can you order an Uber? Like, you were just yanking their chain or just milking this situation for all it was worth. You know, and they were just like on a tipping point. They were like about to break, you know. I'm hearing about to beg. Here we have Page of Swords for how they were feeling. They knew they couldn't say anything and urge you on, you know. They know they couldn't show that part of them that wanted to be a little immature. But I do feel like if it's a man you are watching about, men, they grow older in age, but their mental maturity, it doesn't always grow with them, kind of vibe. So like I said in group 1, there's a saying that men do not mature past the age of like 13. You know, so they grow up at 13 and then they just stop growing mentally and they just keep going on as just big ass 13-year-old men at that point. Now they have to work. They still love their games. You know, they still love, you know, being given what they want to. They still love the chase. You know, they love a fight. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. They always have unlimited energy kind of vibe as well. So it's like they just grow bigger in stature, taller, more mature, but their mental age stays at 13. So this person wanted to rush you the way, like, oh my gosh, more than an impatient little girl, there would be like an impatient little boy. Like, you think little girls are impatient, you haven't met a little boy, you know? They have no impulse control at all. And this person was trying to control that and their feelings, like, you know, how they were feeling. They were trying to control that impulsive person who wanted to ask, have you decided yet? Like, what are we doing? They wanted to just like blurt out something, but they were trying to hold themselves back from that. You have the Magician reverse. They knew they had no control. They felt out of control, you know? They knew this wasn't their decision to make, that you had to, you know, they had to write it out. How were they feeling during this last encounter, please? Here we have 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they were scared they weren't going to get what they wanted. Like, all these cards are so cute, but in reverse. And we have 10 of Cups. Wow. We have the 9 of Cups followed by the 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person was scared you weren't going to get what they wanted. Because I'm hearing, all I want is you. All I want is you. That song is coming. All I want is you now. Sugar. So all I want is you. By Miguel coming through, featuring J. Cole, I think. So yeah, this person felt like, oh my gosh, this person is like, I'm at risk of losing everything that I want, and I'm just so completely out of control, you know? How are they feeling during this last encounter with my group? Hey. Group 2s, please. We have 6 of Wands. Yeah, they were feeling powerless, out of control. But the 6 of Wands and the Magician coming out is like powerless. And it's coming out in reverse. So they were just like tortured. You were torturing them with your beauty, you know, with this injustice they may have committed, with your confidence, you know what I mean? Like, it's giving, I know I deserve better than you, and I know I can get better than you. Maybe you had people watching you and looking at you when you were with them, kind of thing, you know? But then we also did have empty rooms. So for some of you guys were alone, and you were telling them, I can get better than you kind of vibe, you know, a little talking down to them for some of you. Because we have the sword here, which is you're dwelling on the bright side and the dark side of the situation. Like, oh, you did this and you did that. I can have anybody that I want, blah, 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 blah. Oh, but unfortunately, I still do want you. I still do feel a connection, blah, blah, blah. I'm willing to give you another chance kind of vibe. So you were tilting on the precipice of something, and you probably weren't even sure what you were going to decide as well. You know? You were just kind of like riding it out, seeing how much they were going to be willing to deal with, you know, endure before they kind of, you know, blew up the way they may have in the past, or took matters into their own hands the way they may want to with the Hunter card here. So you were just as much out of your depth as they were, but you were coming off more confident about it, because you were, like I said, at the end of the day, the person who actually made the decision. Can I get one more card for how is their person feeling? Yeah, they were behaving a little like a brat, like a little boy who didn't get what they want. They were pouting about it. They were mad. You know what I mean? They were feeling powerless, which men don't like to feel anyway. So it was just like they were in their very wimpy energy. 9 of Wands, y'all. Wimpy kind of energy. Their immature energy, like, oh, she hasn't decided yet. Da, 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 you know, that kind of thing. Oh, interesting. Just like ready to raise everything to the ground, just like, you know, hop over the table and pounce on you kind of thing. Like, I'm sick and tired of waiting. I'm done with this. And we have Justice coming out in reverse again. That's crazy. Here we have the 6 of Swords. So they knew you guys were on the precipice of healing, so they couldn't do that, but they wanted to so badly. They wanted to so badly. And then here we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. They felt like they, like I said, powerless. The decision wasn't up to them. They couldn't do anything about it. It's like they were just literally sitting there awaiting their sentence. Like, what is she gonna choose? What is she gonna do? Kind of thing. Yeah. But still hoping for healing and being able to move on. Their heart was like, you know, yearning for this, like, to like come to a close, for you guys to end this chapter and move forward, if that is something that was important here. But this person was very much like, it's not my decision to make, so I just gotta wait, because I'm the one who's in the wrong, with Justice coming out twice in reverse. And here we have the Star card at the bottom of the deck. They were holding out on hope. You know, they were very hopeful for whatever this connection or whatever the decision you were making. You know, they were very hopeful about the outcome. Now what I'm going to do is get some cards about how did they feel about how you guys left things. How did they feel about how you guys left things? How did their person feel about how they left things, please? We have 9 of Pentacles. They were comfortable with it. They liked how things ended. I'm seeing. Where before they were uncomfortable, now they kind of like got back into balance. Equilibrium was what I'm hearing here. House is like a feeling of coming home is what I just heard with 9 of Pentacles. We have 8 of Swords in reverse. So whatever you decide, I feel like it was in their favor, because 8 of Swords is like feeling like you're a victim and feeling like you're trapped. You don't know what's coming, to feeling like you're more on equal footing, on equal ground. You're no longer the victim, you know, you're back in the game. Now I did mention something about victim before with this Injustice card here, or the Judge card, where they're the victim and you're presiding over their case. Like, they came to you and told you all the things that happened. They provided evidence, kind of vibe. You guys had a whole trial, and now you're the judge sitting here hemming and hawing to decide what was going on, and they were the victim essentially, you know. In this case, in this moment, how do they feel about how things ended? They were happy with it. They were jumping for joy. Look at you looking all sensual. This is giving me that you gave them what they wanted, which could have been some, you know, some nookie I heard. Here we have strength. They felt strong, back in balance. That's crazy. I love this. Here we have Justice in reverse. Interesting. I'm hearing something forgotten. It was still weighing on them of what they did, because of course, just because somebody forgives doesn't mean you forget what happened. You forgive, but you don't forget. So that was still weighing on them a little bit, but they were just like, they felt more strong and in tune with you. So I kind of feel like this brought back their confidence. Whatever your decision you made brought back their confidence. And what card was this supposed to be? how do they feel like things left? We still have the Fool in reverse, so they feel like it was still stronger, but there was still something like uncertain. Maybe things weren't fully balanced or back on course as it was, or as they may have wanted it to be, but they were still in a better place than when you guys first started this conversation, encounter, you know, meet up. Don't fall. And then here we have Eight of Wands, but this time it's coming out upright. So definitely like something is moving forward in a more positive direction. Knight of Swords reverse, anxiety and fear is definitely turned on its head now. It's gone. And then here we have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. But yeah, I do. Okay. So with this card, what card is it? With the Fool in reverse, Justice in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse, no, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, there's something about them still not sure about where the future is going. Because the Fool's like a complete renewal, something starting over. But with it coming out in reverse, there was something like, oh, you may have forgiven them, or like I said, what you decided in their favor, but it's still something about something not being able to move forward. Because we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Pentacles is like investing in something, being able to build upon something. And that wasn't, you know, okay, so maybe things were on the up and up, but weren't completely like settled, you know. There was still things that needed to be smooth or ironed out, is what I just heard. So, yeah. You could have been giving them a trial basis, like, hey, we can see where things go, but we're not fully back together. We're not fully in a relationship. We're not fully blah, 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 blah. With this Justice universe, they didn't fully 100% get what they wanted, but they ended this encounter on an equal, like, feeling better, feeling like they knew where things were going, more clear, more certain, you know, strong, confident, but not fully like settled, like, oh yeah, we're gonna be together forever kind of thing. It's like, oh, I'm still not sure where we're gonna go, but she gave me another chance, so yay, you know. Okay, so I'm going to, did I get cards from here? I did not. What else can you tell me about this encounter, this situation? What else can you tell me, please? What else do we need to know? Any more clarity? So yeah, that's what they were feeling afterwards. Here we have Guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. Here we have water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you or them could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. With Guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. This person could have a lost loved one they feel like watches over them. I'm like, a win is a win, is what I just heard. Here we have Caution. Yeah, so things weren't perfectly put back in place, but it's like a start. We have Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Water sign. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So yeah, proceed with caution. They weren't fully out of hot water, but they were getting there. Here we have Commitment. Ooh, see, this person was ready to give you a commitment. We have things are getting serious. That this person is ready to give you more of a commitment, but they weren't. Like I said, things are still like, they're still a little bit like lukewarm water. They're not in hot water, but they're still in lukewarm water. Like they're not out of the woods yet, is what I'm hearing. There's still some things to get through. But like I said, this person could have like been thanking their mom or thanking their dad or a lost loved one. I'm hearing a grandmother as well for you coming back to them or you forgiving them kind of thing. Then we have Communicate, Compromise, Forgive, Work it out. So yeah, I do feel like in the end you decide to forgive this person after this encounter, but it didn't mean that they were out of hot water or that they weren't still in trouble or, you know. But there wasn't maybe a little bit of commitment to try and see where things went, which of course made them very happy. So let me keep going with these little cards that I have here. What else can come through? And I'm going to get some channel messages from them. Like a little treat for those who watch to the end, because I know everybody doesn't. Here we have Your Art is Important. We have Ancestors. Wow. And what was I saying about the Guardian? Yeah. This person has ancestors or guardians that they were praying to, or you could have been asking for help from your ancestors to decide what to do, and they gave you the clarity you needed, which was like, okay, here, you can move forward with this person. Try things out, but don't make them feel like they're comfortable enough to be where you guys were before they made this oopsie, you know? And here we have heal something broken. That's what you guys were trying to do or decided to do. Heal something broken. How cute. I love this energy. You know, like, don't get them out the hot water just yet, child. But I love the whole ancestors thing. This person, like, maybe, like I said, like, has a parent that passed on that they keep with them. And like, before they left the house or before you came over, like, please, mom, before they started the conversation, like, please, mom, make her forgive me, you know, but, you know. What else? We have, I want to work on myself and come back. Get out. Close the door. I want to work on myself and come back. What's wrong with people up in here? We have heartbroken. So this person was heartbroken over what happened, or like before this encounter went down. Here we have your power. I can sense it. That is that freaking beauty and confidence that was coming through, that sensuality. This person was sitting there and you could have been reaming them out, and they had like a tent in their pants the whole time. Like, oh gosh, you know, like, oh, she looks so good over there, standing her power. Like, I can't. Yeah. We have, can we fix this? Absolutely. Something that was coming through as well. So I think you guys did decide to fix it. I'm thinking over something you said. So they were definitely thinking over maybe some things you brought up, maybe some things you said needed fixing. They were thinking over it. Here we have, I have major regrets. Yeah. Hey, no. We have, I feel you got me all wrong. Interesting. Got y'all wrong about what? Hey, let me fix this. I feel you got me all wrong. They definitely have major, hey, regrets. We have, I am jealous over you. This was funnily at the top of the deck before I started shuffling. So definitely that energy. They're jealous over you. How you can be so confident in your power. That's what they're jealous of, I think. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. I'll take 2 more. Can I get 2 more cards, please? What other person? I said 2, and I know this is not 2. 2 more cards, please. Come on, give me 2 more cards. What is this? Whatever, because y'all pissing me off. Why do I want you so badly? Ooh, the tea. I tried to trigger your reactions. Okay? I listened to you. I'm trying to show all of them so you can see all of them. I listened to you. I'm hearing more than anyone else as well to add on to that. So they may not listen to everyone, but they listen to you. I try to trigger your reactions. I feel you got me all wrong. This person could feel misunderstood. You must have so many options. Didn't I say this earlier? Didn't I say this before? How you were telling them, oh, I have so many options. I don't need you. I don't need this. That's crazy. I love it, though. Everyone knows I am not over you. Wow, the tea. I love when the messages come through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 more. I'm just going to pull it randomly right here. Your vibration sends me into a spiral, which I love how that's very fitting. How about you put that up here somewhere? Your vibration sends me into a spiral. So yeah, this person's like, they're very seduced by you. Like I said, if you do feel like interested into what makes them tongue-tied about you, kind of by the 18+ that I have, you could join my channel, or you can buy it for a one-time purchase on GUMROAD, and the links will be in the description box. But that's all that I have for you guys. I hope shooting resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. The Divine family, love to have you. If you ever like to book a personal reading, you could always do that using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Cosmic Insights deck, then you are in the right place. Today, we're going to be getting into what were they thinking, feeling, all that good stuff the last time they saw you, the last time you saw them, the last time you interacted with them, the last time you guys talked. All that will apply in this reading. In this reading, we're going to be going over what was going through their head first. How did they feel? And then what did they feel? How did they feel about how you guys left things? Okay. So how did they feel about how you guys left things? We're going to start with this deck since this is a deck that you chose. So let's get into the reading. I don't know what's going to come through in these cards, but you know, sometimes an energy check comes through, sometimes not, you know what I mean? But let me pull the table back more towards me first and foremost. Okay. So let us see what comes through. The last time they saw their person, please, Spirit, Group 3. The last time they saw their person. The last time they saw their person, what can you tell us about what was going on, how their person was feeling, just the energy of the interaction, please? We have, they'll be back. Interesting. Expect to hear from them soon. So this could have been someone who you had interactions with or you had a relationship with and they came back. These two ones fall out. We have a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have an earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Interesting. The last time you saw them, you could have known this person would be back and you were just like, I'm just biding my time. They'll be back. Kind of energy, very confident, like knowing they always come back. I'm hearing they always come back, you know? So you were expecting to hear from them soon. The last time they talked to you, or the last time you interacted, the last time you saw them, or they explicitly told you they would be back. And at the bottom of the deck, we have luck is on your side. So yes, luck is on your side. So definitely an energy of, yeah, I know they'll be back kind of thing. You were expecting to hear from them. What else do we have? We have pets. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. So you or them could have a pet. Now we have no. It's not the right time. So maybe when you guys were with them, you guys decided that it was not the right time to maybe pursue something between the two of you guys. I love how we have earth signs and water signs coming out, okay? And then we have divorce. Interesting. Jeez Louise. We have experiencing a breakup. So yeah, this definitely giving me a vibe of this is an ex of yours, someone you've been with before, and you knew they always come back because they do always come back. They indeed always come back. We have no, it still wasn't the right time during this last encounter though, which is why it could have led to a breakup. Or we have divorce coming through, which means this person, or you could have gone through divorce. This could be someone you divorced. And that would be crazy. How y'all divorce each other and you knew they would be back? That's crazy. That's wild. Okay. That's all the cards I'm going to get from here though. I do want to get a card from the Wild Unknown archetype to see what energy they were embodying and what energy you were embodying during this encounter. That's crazy. They'll be back. I'm hearing that song from Hamilton. They'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. Under Hamilton or Washington, they all look small. Something like that. Then they'll tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Y'all, this is toxic. Stop playing. This is toxic. Cause that, who is it? Was it King George in the play who was singing that song? He was mad toxic. He was like, oh, they'll be back once they realize what they're missing. And that's a question yet, but we have the healer here. So there could be something about this person being addicted to your healing energy or you being addicted to theirs. Who knows? This could be a healing connection, but it's never the right time, which is very ghetto. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. Okay. How was your person feeling during the last time they saw this person, please? Their person. Can we get a card for Group 3's person, please? Ooh, Jesus. Okay. We have the crone. Ooh, old energy. Well, not old. Wizened energy. Seasoned. Let me not be calling people old. Can I get energy for my Group 3s, please? What energy were they embodying? The crone is the last archetype in the trio of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, okay? So like someone, like I said, who's older, someone who is seasoned, someone who has been through some life, which makes sense because we have divorce here. People going through a divorce, no matter what age, you definitely come on the other side more older, wiser, okay? Whether it's from the relationship, how long you were with this person, or you learn more about life going through a divorce and that person as well. We have the dead end for you. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I want another card from this deck for you guys. Can I get another? Ooh, and another card did fly over. 2 more cards flew over. So for you, we have the tear. No, not the dead end, the tear. Yeah, there was an ending. Oh my. And then we have the seed. But a seed was also planted. I don't understand. Boy. Okay, so your person was definitely feeling very, I'm hearing war hardened or war torn. What do they call it after you come back from war? I think it's like war torn or something like that. war hardened, something along those lines. So they've definitely been through the ringer. Your person here to have to you have to have lived some life and, you know, experience some things in order to be considered a crone, which is like when you're older, you're considered more wiser or whatever. So this person definitely has been through some things on their side, and they were coming out of a storm. They were weathering a storm with that crone energy. And then we also have a crow, which is also wisdom, it's knowledge, it's a dead end. It's this person, you know what I'm getting? When you see crows represent death, endings. Whenever people see them, they get scared. Because they represent, like, they're the harbinger of like death, but death is not always a bad thing, especially in the tarot. It's like an end for a new beginning. This person could have been the one who was ending things, and you were just like, no, I'm not ready for this to be over kind of vibe. Because we have the dead end and the tear on your side, which means you were crying and you were sad, and them having the crow in their hand means they're the one bringing in, or welcoming in, inviting in the end with the crow in their hand over here. Oh, this is ghetto. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the stone. Okay, so we have the tears. So there was definitely some crying. You were quite emotional, I would say. This could have been someone you were getting a divorce from, and this was like your first, your last, not hurrah. That's the wrong way to say it. It's not a hurrah. Like, you know, like when you're going through a separation before the divorce stage, you're trying to figure out, do you really want to divorce this person? Is there anything that can be salvaged from this connection? And I guess in the end, it ended up like, no, maybe this person decided to leave you. And you're like, no, here with the no, it's not the right time. No, I'm not ready for this to be over. And they were just like, well, I am ready for it to be over, you know, and it led to tears because you felt like you were at a dead end. There was no moving forward after this interaction with this person. But then we have the seed. You know what? I'm going to read, because the seed is like you're planting something new. So I don't know. Maybe this could have been a connection that had you in tears, where you thought it was a dead end. But in the end, like after this conversation, they said, hey, we have to end the connection as it is right now, the end, to bring in something new. Because like I said, the death is like the phoenix in the tarot, where it's like things are ending, but they're also beginning again. So it's kind of like, okay, we're ending where we are now, who we are now, that relationship as a whole, then to become who we are now, or bringing a new kind of relationship with the seed. So like, oh yeah, we're over, but I'm only ending how we used to be. The arguing, the fighting, the not getting along, you know, the not being on the same page to kind of bring in this or plant a new seed of something new. Now what I'm going to do for you guys is go into the book and read what the seed says, because I'm pretty sure the tear and I know the tear says something about the ocean being like, feeling like you're drowning in your emotions kind of vibe. Things are murky, unsure, uncertain, muted as well. So I read that card once upon a time, a long time ago. But I do want to get into the seed. So I'm like, you're saying dead end and tear, but then we have the seed, which represents something new. The seed is 197. 19. Oh, flip right to it, period. See, the seed is the beginning, the origin, the pearl. Stop playing with me. Okay, we have beginnings come in many forms. They are not always beautiful seeds planted intentionally in nourishing soil. They're not always a beautiful seed planted intentionally in origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Wow, yes. So that's the vibe that I'm saying with the whole complex divorce. Like, this is a very seasoned, like I said, you guys have been through war. Is definitely the vibe that I'm getting in this connection. You guys have been through war. It feels like this marriage or this relationship was a war. Like, you know, they were fighting and throwing, what's it called? You know, shots and bullets and everything from their side. And it would be a ceasefire. Sometimes you guys would get along. And then it was back to being in a war and fighting back and forth and never getting along. And then sometimes it was a ceasefire. You guys got along. So you decided, hey, we need to end this because it's not going to lead anywhere cute or good. It's like you guys have been through some things in this connection here. That's crazy. Okay, let's keep going. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there's a potent generative energy all around. Oh boy, okay. It stirs your very insides and usually results in angsty, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. So like, yeah, you guys were airing out your grievances, which I love to say because it's just so, it's cute. You're airing out your grievances, telling this person what is wrong. There could have been tears, there could have been endings, there could have been something you guys were finally releasing. grudges. You were releasing with this dead end here. You guys thought you were going into this connection as a dead end, like it's not, there's nothing that can be salvaged. But the more you guys talk, the more you guys, you know, there was crying involved, and crying represents you releasing that energy, you know, because of course there's a lot of people who refuse to cry, and it's like when you cry, you're building up that energy, and it's negative energy, which is why humans are, they cry for a reason. It's not, oh, you're weak. It's to release that bad energy inside of you. You cry, you let it out, and you're able to move on. That's what you guys were doing here, the tear, okay? There was an ocean. I'm about to find the tears. I know there was something about an ocean. There was an ocean of problems, of things that were left unsaid between you guys, and that those tears means it was finally released, period. And it was able, through that, you guys may have been like, oh, maybe I saw things the wrong way. Maybe, like, because, you know, perception is, what is the thing that people say? You can be feeling one thing and somebody else is feeling one thing. That doesn't mean it's completely right, that you're completely right, you know, but it's just like, that's how you feel. It doesn't mean what you're feeling is right. But that could have been what you guys were going through in this relationship here. You thought this person was the enemy. They thought you were the enemy. And it's like, you guys weren't actual enemies. You were supposed to be partners in the connection. And you turn into enemies. But when you kind of break things down, air things out, you know, open up some windows, let out the grievances, you know what I mean? Put some sage, clear out the negative energy. You're able to see why you wanted to be with this person in the first place. That seed, why you planted that seed in the first place, period. Now, I do want to read about the tear, because it does say something about an ocean. I don't even think I have to read it, but so I know I'm not lying. It's like, I'm hearing, what is that song? A drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was hoping that you and I would end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert, but I need you here with closer than most, because you are my heaven. Ooh, that song is A Drop in the Ocean. Who is it by? A drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was hoping, is it Ryan Pope or something? I was hoping that you and I would end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert, and I'm something here, some more than most, because you are my heaven. That's crazy. It's something Pope. Like, I don't think that's his name. Maybe Drop in the Ocean is the name of the song, honestly. But that's what I'm getting. It's like this tear was a drop in the ocean of tears you may have cried. Tears that needed to be, what is it called? Instead of opening the window, letting the air out, drained. Yes, these tears and these, they need to be drained, release vibe, okay? But here we have, you are bumping up against a growth edge. It is a form. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. So we have when light is generative, fertile, germinating, and building. So you guys went through a painful end just to decide to maybe try again. You thought you were coming into this and you guys were at a dead end, but this person said, hey, yes, let's end what is going on right now and start something new, kind of vibe. Like, let's end the grudges, let's end the fighting, let's end all of that, you know, and start over, you know? Because many people get a divorce just to end up married again, which is crazy, right? But that's, you become new people. You have to learn who that new person is, okay? Where's the tear? I feel like I want to read it. And I'm taking so long. I'm sorry. I'm going to get to tarot, I promise. But I want to read the tear. The tear is 169. Yeah, see, the tear, the morning, the release, the rain. Like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert, period. Okay? So we have tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for, yes, period. Okay, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. Echo, stop playing. Echo, stop playing. I said it. Okay, anyway, yes. the tear, mourning to be had, crying it out, hashing it out, airing grievances, opening up the window, draining the bathtub, essentially, of tears that you guys cried, and starting over. And this person could have been the one offering that new beginning with them holding the crow. Okay, I'm done chatting. Let us get to the next part. What's the next part? For the book. What was going through their head? Okay. What was going through your person's head the last time you saw them, spoke to them, all that. What was going? We have the High Priestess in reverse. They were definitely confused but sure about what they wanted. It's like not knowing where things are gonna go, but there's still a surety about it since the High Priestess came out, period. The High Priestess, like, there's something about that she's high. This person could have been very open and honest, because that is what the High Priestess is as well. Upright. She is keeping things hidden. She's the keeper of secrets. When it's in reverse, this is someone who could have been releasing secrets, you know? What was happening, what was burdening the connection, what was burdening them. They were releasing all of that. Here we have the Queen of Swords, period. Being truthful, letting it all out, but in like a more, I don't want to say a more feminine sense, but the fact that we have the Queen of Swords and not the King of Swords means this person could have been embodying a more feminine energy of being vulnerable with you, okay? But also still being truth, being frank, being to the point, being honest, okay? So, what else can you tell me about how their person was, what was going through their head? Yeah, this person's like, I have to be honest, I have to be truthful, I have to let down my guard. I may not want to, but I have to, okay, in order for this to work. We have Six of Pentacles, I have to give a little to get a little, you know? Like, I don't want the relationship to be over, and in order for us to salvage anything, like I said, you came into it with the dead end already. You were done with it. You were just like, I can't anymore. And they're like, okay, in order for me to maybe get her back or get this person back, I have to be honest, and I have to give to receive. So that's what they was doing, or they were thinking anyway. They're like, I have to be honest. I have to tell them how I feel. I can't keep things to myself anymore. I have to be the confident one. Because like I said, with the crone energy coming through, this is the person who was initiating things, or they were the more mature one, okay? So this could be someone you're with who's older than you. Like I said, more seasoned, mature, they've experienced more life. So they knew it had to be them that made things like move forward. Queen of Wands is definitely being confident, taking charge of the conversation. So they were definitely in their mind, I'm hearing, psyching themselves out to say what needed to be said here, even if it meant them going into the fire and burning, you know? I'm hearing that song from Buffy, I touch the fire and it freezes me. I look into it and it's black. So that's basically the episode where she's like, what is it called? She's basically the living dead because she died. Her friends brought her back, and now she's mad at them because she feels like she was in heaven, and they took her from that. They snatched her from that and brought her back into the ghetto world where she has to be the slayer and kill demons and vampires. So she's like, they're supposed to be my friends, and this is what you do. And that's giving me the vibe of, if you were married in a relationship with this person, they're supposed to put you and your interests first, but they were not. They brought you back from your peace. They took you out of your peaceful state and threw you into a war zone, essentially, because that's what Buffy was doing, was getting up every day and fighting them demons, child, the ghetto. Anyway, the Queen of Wands, they had to throw themselves into the fire, being, what is it called, the saying, being willing to fall on the sword, okay? We have the Emperor, yes, period. We love the Emperor. The Emperor taking charge of a situation, seeing that they're the ones who has to step up. Okay, your person is cute or whatever. Heavy on the or whatever, because please. I love the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. The Emperor is just like, we're going to get this done. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. And we're not leaving until we've come to a resolution. And that's it. Sit down. Okay, period. Here we have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they weren't trying to be that demanding about it, though. They were trying to, you know, respect your boundaries and still be soft. But they were definitely, they said, sit down. Thank you. Like, we're not leaving this table until we've said everything we needed to say. And it's kind of like giving me the energy of, what do they call it? Y'all saw the movie Bring It On, where they had like a baton, where whoever was holding the baton could speak. That's kind of the vibe. Each of you had a turn at the mic. So there was no over talking, there was no overpowering, there was no trying to talk over somebody kind of vibe. You know, very cordial. Mature, I wanted to say, sorry. Or they wanted to say, very mature energy, not cordial. Can I get one more card for what this person was thinking? They were thinking, I have to be commanding, but I don't want to be overpowering or scare this person away, you know? I don't want to be too bossy. I'm bossy. They could usually be bossy. And they were trying not to be. Can I get one more card? What were they thinking? What was going through their mind? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they were sick and tired of living in fear. They were sick of living in anxiety, thinking about what if, like wanting you but not being able to have you kind of thing. They wanted a resolution, and they weren't going to leave until they got it, because there's something about you plaguing their mind. What was going on in the connection, what wasn't going on in the connection was definitely bothering them, keeping them up at night, haunting them, and they wanted that to come to an end. They were sick of it. Like, you know, yeah, we were always fighting, but I still want to be with you at the end of the day. Stop playing, you know? Like, me not being with you was causing more stress than being with you. What is that song? There's a song by Camila Cabello. It's like, I'd rather fight every single night than spend a single peaceful night with somebody else, is what's coming through. That's the song. I think she wrote about, what's his name? I think it's Easy is what is the song that's coming through. Yeah, I'd rather fight than spend a single peaceful night with somebody else. So this person, like, I'd rather sit here and fight with you and be in a war with you, but because when I'm not with you, I'm constantly thinking about you, child. Okay, so that is what they were thinking. Now we're gonna move on to how they were feeling. How they were feeling. How was the person feeling the last time they saw them, spoke to them, interacted with them? Please. No. How are they feeling? Ooh, okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Their world was turned upside down. Like, they were in a pause. And they were sick of being in the pause. Like, it's like their life went from things were going good to all of a sudden things were going bad kind of thing, you know? And now we're on the precipice of divorcing or breaking up. Like, how did we get here? Okay? I'm hearing he always comes through. What's Noah? Noah from, I forget where I used to watch him. Like I said, when you grow up around kids, you just get these freaking children's shows in your head. So basically, the kids that I used to babysit, they would watch Kids 13. And on Kids 13 was a show called like Noah or whatever. And at the beginning of every episode, we would see him running away from something or in some kind of trouble. And he would be like, how did I get into this mess? You know what I mean? That's what this person was thinking. Like, everything was going fine. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. And they're sick and tired of being on this merry-go-round, this wheel. Now that the bottom of the wheel is in reverse and things are not going good, they're not feeling okay. In the last spread, we have the Nine of Swords, which is a very worrisome, anxious kind of energy, you know? But see, and that show was about not speaking the right language. Because what I always say is, what was it? He was going to visit his grandma who spoke Spanish, and he only spoke English. So his grandma was sending him on errands, speaking, and she would only tell him what she wanted or needed in Spanish. And he wouldn't be able to understand her, but he would pretend to understand her. And then he would go on these errands trying to buy her like a manzana, for example, an apple. Or he would be trying to buy her like what is it called? I'm hearing helado, which is ice cream. You know what I mean? So she would send him on these errands because she couldn't, because she was disabled, so she was older. And he would act like he understood, and then he would have like this mouse sidekick by his side, like telling him what to do, but still not finding out or getting the right thing in the end. So it's kind of like speaking two different languages. You guys were speaking two different languages. It wasn't that they didn't understand you, they didn't love you, they didn't want to be with you anymore. It's you guys came to a place where you weren't listening to each other, you know? it came to a place where you guys, one of you was speaking Spanish and one of you was speaking English, and you didn't understand what's going on. This person was done with that, being at the bottom of the barrel, bottom of the wheel kind of energy. Here we have the Queen of Cups, how they were feeling. They were feeling very nurturing and caring for you. This person still has feelings for you, deep feelings, because Queen of Cups still want to take care of someone, that very crone-like energy of, okay, I will lead this conversation. I will walk into the fire because that's how much you mean to me. That's how much I want this seed to grow. So as you guys went through this situation, like the more you came in, dead end. There was crying, releasing, and then the closer we get to them and their energy, we have the seed, which is like you were convinced, or there was enough healing or releasing that went on where you guys thought that, hey, we could probably salvage this. And this person, it made them very much, and I want to take care of you, I want to hug you kind of energy. Especially if you was bawling out crying, this person still loves you, they still care for you, they don't want to see you sad. But somewhere along the way, you guys started hurting each other and you weren't speaking the same language, okay? That's how they were feeling. Here we have the World. Yes, you were their focus at this moment. You were their absolute focus. They weren't watching their phone. They weren't looking around. It was just you and them and this moment, and that's all that mattered at that time, okay? And here we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse is wanting to maybe nurture someone and take care of them emotionally, but not being able to do it because it's coming out in reverse. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles, boom, but wanting to plant seeds, wanting something to start over, wanting things to be renewed is what I'm hearing. Look at how we have somebody offering a pentacle, and then we have an open door, which means, here, I'm giving you this offer for us to walk through this door and move forward. We can either do it or we cannot do it, okay? That's definitely the vibe that is coming through from this person. So like I said, even though you guys have been through all this person still cares. And what is at the bottom? It fell. Hold on. Even though you have been through all of these things, you're still their primary focus. They still want to invest in you. They still want to be with you. And this door is open, and like, the door is open. We can walk out of here together, you know? Oh, so small. We have Three of Cups. How are they feeling? Happy to be in your presence, even though things were spooky. Because the Three of Cups is not supposed to be spooky, but this deck is centered around being in a dark wood and not knowing where to go, which is why I kind of used it, because you were probably wanting clarity on what happened last time you saw this person. But with the Three of Cups, shows that they were having a good old time, but there was still like darkness shrouding the connection. Things weren't fully healed or fixed, you know? Look, it's giving me this dead end card. Look. The tendrils of darkness trying to make their way out, but like, no, you know, there was darkness in the happiness, you know, there was sadness in the happiness, but they were just happy to be with you again. Okay, one more card, because we have space. Thank you. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. How are they feeling? I don't think this person wanted to have this conversation, but they were needed, because the Queen of Cups is like very much just wanting to deal with the emotional aspect, not the mental aspect. So this was taking a mental toll on them. It's definitely a vibe that is coming through here. But I guess when they saw you crying, or they were telling you harsh truths about the connection, how they were feeling, they saw how it was making you feel emotionally, and they may have wanted to stop being so truthful. But I mean, truthful is the only way. Getting everything out there is the only way for you to move forward and find something better, you know, to find a better communication style. So this person didn't want to hurt your feelings, so with the Queen of Swords in reverse, but they had some things to say, kind of vibe, which is how they were feeling. But yeah, they were very happy to see you. Like I said, willing to walk through the fire. But it was still something scary about doing that with the Three of Cups. It's like, okay, so boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you and your friend had a fight, right? I don't know what y'all was fighting over. Y'all was fighting over something. Okay, you and your friend had some beef, or you were arguing over something. And it wasn't until, of course, when you're not with them, you're sad. And it's like, okay, so when they message you, hey, do you want to meet up, kind of thing? It's like, I'm excited to see them, but then I also know there are important things to talk about, you know? I know there are things that I may not want to say. I know there are things that we have to hash out, but I'm still excited to see them, though, despite all of these dark tendrils surrounding the connection or trying to make us sad. I'm still happy to be in your presence and be here with you. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry for all the noise in the background. I don't know why these mofos always want to come when I'm doing a reading. It just pisses me off, okay? The door squeaking, people screaming that they don't have no kind of sense. It's very annoying. So if it's bothering you, because I don't have my microphone on, I didn't think people were going to be home. But of course, when I started reading, they come home. Anyway, yeah, so sorry for all that noise, because I know it's going to come again. Because she keeps coming in and out the damn room like she can't sit down. And opening and closing the door like she knows it's not squeaking. Like, some people are just so, I can't. Anyway. Like, purposely making as much noise as they possibly can. Okay, so what else? That is how they were feeling. No, and I still need to get into how did they feel about how you guys left things. That's the most interesting part. That's what I'm here for. Because it kind of lets you know where their mind is at now without asking where it's at now. So how did their person feel about how they left things? This what keeps coming out. She can move. How do they feel about how they left things, please, Spirit? How did their person feel about how they left things? That they're being closed-mouthed. We got 4 of Pentacles. So it felt like a release. They no longer had to hold on so tightly to the connection. Hold on so tightly to worry where things will go kind of vibe. But this felt like a release, essentially. So a release was had, which is what came through the tear. And there was also a release to be had on their end as well. How did they feel about how they left things, please? King of Cups. Okay, they were definitely feeling like they were heard. They definitely feel like they felt splayed open here, because here we have this woman here who's like free, and then we have the man here who's taking care of her and nurturing her, because behind him is her. So it's kind of like they felt very protective after this, you know, of your feelings, of your spirit, of this relationship, you know. Yeah. I'm trying to hear what else is coming through. They felt very, I'm hearing resolute. They were happy about where things went. They were feeling very emotionally stable, like all their emotions, like kind of, like they were able to release them, and now they're more composed, you know? More serene is what I'm hearing. So how do they feel about how they left things? They felt better. They felt in a more healthy emotional mind space, or head space, or emotional space in general. They felt calm, serene. Okay, we have 4 of Swords, at peace. Yeah, like you could have gone back to their house. Like I said, they were sick of sleeping without you. That 9 of Swords, they always think about you when they're not with you. So you may have gone back to your house, and I love how she's sleeping and he's just watching her sleep. So after things happen, you could have fallen asleep at their house, or fallen asleep in their arms, or fallen asleep in the car when they were driving you home, and they were just very much at peace being around you again. Like I said, they love being in your energy, but they don't love the fighting. This is why they're like, I want to be with you, woman, you know, but we need to get over all the things that are holding us back right now. What is the problem, you know? What is the reason so we can get over it? Because I want you in my bed. Like, I want to still be with you, you know? So they felt at peace with that 4 of Pentacles. They felt a release, weight off their shoulders. Like they weren't clinging to a relationship that was slipping through their fingers anymore. That's definitely what I'm feeling with the 4 of Pentacles. What else? We have the 4 of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So it's like they weren't sure where things were going, because the 4 of Wands is very much an energy of stability. You guys are on the same page. You're in union, you know? So things may have not been fully back where they wanted to go, but I feel like it was back on course because the card came out, period. Like you guys weren't, oh my gosh, we're gonna get married, and oh my gosh, everything is hunky-dory and we're just together now, you know? There was still some things that needed to be worked over, some bumps, you know, that you guys needed to overcome, kind of vibe, bridges you needed to walk over kind of thing, an initiation that needed to happen that said, hey, we're back together now kind of vibe, you know? And you guys are under the bridge instead of going over the bridge. You guys haven't overcome the things yet, but you're at least at the bridge. All you have to do is walk here, get up, walk here, and walk over the bridge. Like build a bridge and walk over it, you know? There were still some things that needed to be, like I said, overcome here. But the fact that the 4 of Wands came out, period, means that you guys were on the road to healing, on the road to redemption, you know? So this person felt like, hey, like I can see a light at the end of the tunnel, essentially. Like we're getting things together. We're getting things together. How else did they feel? We have the Tower. Yeah, like you guys, you know, you guys unleashed or let go of some heavy energy. Like you guys burnt down the whole structure, and you're choosing to build it back together now, you know, arm in arm, hand in hand kind of thing, instead of on your own, in your own house. It's kind of like when you get married to someone or you get in a relationship with them, you guys start building the foundation. But if somebody's building in their own way, and they're building it with wood, and then the other side, this person's building it with brick, it's like you guys weren't on the same page. So that your structure was, of course, rickety and rockety, because you weren't building it the same way with the same brick and mortar. You were building, one person was building it with wood and glue, the other person was building it. You guys weren't, you know, on the same page, essentially. So of course the tower's gonna fall down. But the thing about it falling down is you're able to build it back up. So it's like a relief, an upheaval. Like you guys were finally on the other side of this war, you know? A ceasefire essentially is also what I'm getting. Like you're finally on the road of like making things work or getting back together or something like that. There's something I want to say specifically, but it's not coming through. It's kind of like pissing me off. I'm like, you're on the road to what? Making things work? Like, it's not what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming through. Which is why I keep saying it in different ways, hoping that what I want to say comes out, but it's not. So hey, but it's like, yeah, you guys have to break things down. Tower had to strike. I mean, not tower. I mean, yeah, you have to have a tower moment. But lightning had to strike for things to be burned. And I love how I keep saying fire. And fire was definitely coming through. Like, this person had to walk through the fire to get to you, but they were willing to do it, to save this connection and you know? Anyway, what else? How are they feeling about how they left things? Road to freedom, road to redemption, road to making things and fixing things, you know? Like you weren't back together officially, but, you know, making moves to get there. How else was this person feeling about how you guys left things after this last time they saw you, you guys talked? How did it, oh my freaking gosh, are you dead ass right now? Look, we have, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. I was holding on for dear life to get it. And then we have the Five of Cups. Like, why all these cards would fall? Anyway, Three of Swords in reverse is definitely like healing, you know? Making it to the other side, you know? Like I said, finally being able to get up, and it's like kind of like this person was camping out. Like I said, if you guys moved in together, you guys were married, or you were in a serious relationship, you guys were living together, that this person was kicked out and they were camping outside of the home. They were like setting up camp somewhere because they weren't able to be in their houses. You kicked them out. But now that they're able to, you guys had this conversation, hash things out, they're able to finally let go of this little encampment they made, blow out the fire, and then walk over this bridge and make their way back home. But like, it's not perfect, yeah, but it's on the way to, you know, maybe perfect. Their heart is is kind of healing kind of vibe. They were hurt without you, and that's healing. Yeah, but there's still a long way to go for you guys to get back to this Two of Cups. They're still focusing on this Three of Cups here, which did come out in the last spread for how they were feeling. Like, they were happy to see you. Hold on. Maybe it was like a little, I'm hearing it was a little touch and go as well. No, don't fall. Come here. It was a little touch and go for a while. Now that card acting up. Anything else fell? Or was that it? I'm never sure. I don't know why you would fall in the first place. That's why you ugly. We have King of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, back on track. Feeling more in control of the situation of what's to come next, you know? Still a little sad because just one conversation doesn't heal everything, but there is healing involved here. There is healing, you know? Because through communication, because you guys talked it out. Because Swords is communication. So through communication, there was healing, but there's still some, you know, maybe hurt feelings about what you said to them as well. You know, some things they have to think about, ponder on, you know. This person could have been feeling a little emotionally sensitive after this happened because of all the things you may have said or brought to their attention, you know. And it happens, but King of Pentacles feeling like they can finally come back home with this King of Pentacles energy here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have reunion with, you know, with a soulmate, Six of Cups energy, you know. Feeling at home, feeling at peace, that they can finally come back. It's like coming, like I was using that best friend reference, finally finding your best friend again. Like, you guys know that you have a long way to go before you become best friends again or trust each other again. But it's you're willing to go down that road to see where things go, kind of thing, you know. So anything else I have to pull from these cards? I didn't pull from here. Okay, let's get these cards out of the way. What else can you tell us about this last time they saw each other? Here we have the best possible decision. So you guys ended up making the best possible decision for you guys. We have magical power. There was magical powers. There was something magical about the release that was had, the conversation that was had, and obviously because it led you guys down the road to healing, you know. We have letting go. Yes, letting go of things that were happening in the past, and that was a big thing with the tear that came through, letting go. Here we have strength, having strength to be open, vulnerable, have the hard conversations, and not destiny. So it's kind of like things like that's what magical powers was saying, that this was meant to happen for you guys to get back on track. But it did need you guys to let go of who you guys were before, the relationship you guys had before, kind of vibe is what I was saying in the beginning as well. In order to move on, you have to release the things, release that part of your relationship, and start brand new. And then, because it's like destiny, written in the stars. Oh, this is adorable. Okay. Anything else I have to pull from? There's an air of destiny that you feel in this connection, that they feel in this connection. I pull from these cards, I pull from those, okay? So we're just going to pull from these cards here and see what else comes through. Like, I wish there's like a big chunk of them that's sticking together. It's getting on my nerves. Okay. What is this? The cycles of life. This is just a cycle of life. It happens. People feel that they're going to break up and they don't, and we have an attitude of gratitude. They understand that they're still grateful for this person. You know what I'm hearing, or the example that I'm getting, there was, and was that song what I was singing for you guys, or was it for another group? There was a song I was saying, All I Want Is You, by Miguel and J. Cole, and the example I'm using is of Miguel. He was married to his wife for a long time, and then I feel like maybe a few years ago we heard that they were getting a divorce, and then maybe a year or two or a few months after that we heard they're back together. And somebody said on the comment section, because he realized that the dating pool is full of doo-doo and pee. I'm like, probably. Because you think, oh, the grass is green on the other side. Like, I've been stuck in this relationship forever. I need more variety. And then you go and divorce her and think you're going to find better out there. And then you realize what you had at home was better. And you go running back to her like, oh, we can make it work. We can be together kind of vibe, you know? And they said because he realized it was doodle and pee in the dating pool, which it is. So he's like, oh, what I had at home wasn't that bad. Let me go back real quick, you know? Let me backtrack. Like, maybe the issues we had to overcome wasn't that bad. I could deal with that. You know what I mean? Kind of vibe. Because you realize that they're being away from someone for so long, that they're all that you want. And that's kind of like that's coming through here. You're grateful for this relationship, okay? And it was just a cycle of life. You could have been going through a midlife crisis, or something was happening that made you feel like, oh, you guys weren't on the same page anymore. Here we have improved communication. Stop playing. That's what this was about, honestly. It was about improving communication between you and this person. You guys had a lot of things you needed to say, and it needed to be said. And y'all said it. Y'all burned down the relationship that used to be, and now you're deciding to build a new one. Because going through those things make you two different people now. Okay? And you have to learn who that person is again. Especially with all this miscommunication. It's like you don't know who this person is anymore. And you gotta learn. Anything else? Why did it get so hot? Like, this weather is just pissing me off. 1 minute is winter, the next minute is summer. Anyway. See, and that's the cycles of life coming through, the seasons. 1 minute is winter in the relationship, and the next minute is summer. Wow. Period. I'll tell you, I'll just be talking and the message be coming through. We have heal something broken. Y'all trying to heal something broken. And I just need one more card. And then we have karma in reverse. Healing past karma. This could have been a karmic situation that you need to go through. But the new relationship we're going to be starting is going to be a new phase, which is free of karma because it's in reverse. Now what I'm going to do is get some messages from this person to see what they have to say, and I will leave you guys there. I don't know what we're at now. This reading could be mad long. Who knows? We have You Got My Attention. Could you be quiet? We have I Trust You. This one flipped over. It's like you must have so many options. We have, I did that to hurt you. You, not sure I was going blow for blow. We have, I think we make a good team. Interesting. You can trust me. I trust you. You can trust me. Okay. We have, you are an ego boost. Best I ever had. Interesting. That's what I was saying with the whole freaking Miguel and his wife. He said, oh no, there's better out there. There's other fish in the sea. The grass is green on the other side, until he saw what was actually on the other side of the green grass. And it was weeds, and it was brown grass that was crunchy and hadn't been watered in mad long. And then he run back, oh, you're the best I ever had. And they coming back. Sure. Anyway, we have, I played down how I really feel. That's that King of Cups coming through. That King of Cups energy coming through. They do have an energy, or they do have a tendency, I should say, to keep all their emotions to themselves. And that could have been this person's problem, period. Like, they were someone who was going through something, or they were like, they had beef, or they had something with you and they weren't talking about it. You know, they were keeping their emotions concealed. And you were like, oh, so obviously that means you don't care about me, when it's not always the case. And if y'all would have talked about it, it would have been healed faster. But anyway, we have, I am too afraid to admit how I feel. Wow. I played on how I really feel, and I'm too afraid to admit how I really feel. And then we have, I didn't realize how much I liked you. The ghetto. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need one more card. I don't like odd numbers. Can I get one more card for what this person wants to say to them? I didn't realize how much I liked you. Okay. That's interesting. And then we have, I ignore you because I like you. What the heck? No. This is ghetto. Hold on. Not I ignore you because I like you and I didn't realize how much I like you. Okay, so if this is like a more immature or new connection, this person's out here, you know, playing games out here. Like, they could be that kind of person who like plays the field kind of thing. And that could have been the karma, which is why they had to, you know, get it together with the whole karma coming through, period. It's like you were, like, that was your bad karma, treating you like you were an option. You were not. Which is why we have, you must have so many options. It's giving me this person was insecure, okay? Because they felt so much with you and they weren't sure if you felt the same way about them. And you must have so many options kind of thing. So I'm downplaying how much I like you. You know, I ignore you because I like you. And that's that King of Cups coming through again. Even though he seems to be a little mature. We did have a Knight of Cups coming through in one of these spreads as well. But we have this person to learn their lesson, as they should. So was that 12? I think I want like maybe 2 more, because that was crazy to end on. My vibration is too low. This is too many. 1 more. Thank you. Your high standards got me shook. Okay, so you were expecting things from this person that they weren't wanting to give or weren't ready to give or something, which led to a rocky connection, okay? And they said your standards had them shook. You had so many options kind of vibes. A lot of insecurity coming through here. How ghetto. Anyway, that's all that I have for y'all, though, before this reading goes however much longer. I hope it resonated. If it did, for free. And my nose keeps itching. It's pissing me off. Like, why? Okay, anyway, I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. Ooh, and then we have, I've never been with anyone as abundant as you. Period. Anyway, yes. Like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe, Divine family. Love to have you. If you ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me. It's my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.